On July 15, 1799, during Napoleon Bonaparte's invasion of Egypt, French soldiers make one of the most important archaeological discoveries in history. But what did these troops find? And why is this discovery so important? What Napoleon's soldiers found that July day has come to be known as the Rosetta Stone. This large stone slab, made of black granodiorite, contains an ancient decree written in 3 scripts: ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, an Egyptian cursive script called Demotic, and ancient Greek. It is one of the most important archaeological discoveries in history, providing the key to deciphering ancient Egyptian writings, as the ability to read those writings had been lost around the same time the Roman Empire fell in the 5th century AD. But the Rosetta Stone's value was not immediately clear in 1799. Scholars studied it for years, unable to crack the code. Building on groundwork laid by others, Frenchman Jean-François Champollion finally solved the puzzle by realizing that royal names were written phonetically using certain hieroglyphic symbols within ovals called cartouches. He was then able to match them with the text in the other 2 languages, unlocking the mystery. This breakthrough transformed the world's understanding of ancient Egyptian history, literature, religion, and daily life. Champollion announced his discovery to the world in 1822, 23 years after the Rosetta Stone had been found by those French soldiers. In the meantime, the Rosetta Stone had passed from French to British hands, and is today one of the most prized exhibits in the British Museum in London. I had the opportunity to see the Rosetta Stone, along with a host of other objects from all over the world, when Mrs. Lewis and I visited the British Museum in 2022. One of the highlights of our visit was when we overheard 2 locals talking about what they were seeing in the museum's vast collection. One of them said, "So this museum is basically all the stuff we nicked from everybody." A rather accurate assessment, I have to say. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1099, during the First Crusade, Christian European forces captured Jerusalem from Muslim Fatimids. In 1806, U.S. Army officer Zebulon Pike begins his expedition to explore the American Southwest. In 1815, 4 weeks after Waterloo, Napoleon Bonaparte surrenders to Britain aboard the HMS Bellerophon. In 1834, after 350 years, the Spanish Inquisition is abolished by Queen Regent Maria Cristina de Bourbon. In 1971, US President Richard Nixon shocks the nation by announcing an upcoming visit to Communist China. In 1983, Nintendo releases the Family Computer, the company's first ever home video game console. In 2006, San Francisco-based podcasting company Odeo officially launches Twitter to the public. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. What was the code name of the first ever test of a nuclear weapon? Little Boy, Castle Bravo, Trinity, or Alamo Gordo? Liked learning about the Rosetta Stone? Then you'll love this one about another monumental discovery in Egypt, King Tut's tomb. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.